Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Nitinamini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurmi Vitamena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamakyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunadan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namo Sute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhye Vachapatitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Isvaraha Paramaha Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraha Anadi Radhir Govindaga Sarva Karana Karanam Om Tat Sat Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the purest knowledge, Pavitram, and the topmost knowledge, Uttamam. So by Krishna's mercy, Krishna is teaching us in Bhagavad Gita how to actually purify ourselves and go to Goloka. And that process is very easy process, extremely easy process. In order to achieve ordinary material things, we are struggling very hard in this material world to survive every day, to earn our daily bread. We are really struggling. We have to work hard, we have to go to job, we have to do a lot of things. Therefore, these days, the so-called modern civilized world, the number of activities we have to do in a day has increased so much. Everything is being forced upon us. So many activities, lot of things we are responsible, we have to do now. Even few decades ago, life was a little bit simple only. But now that's not the case. But to go to Goloka, it's very easy process. And when we go there, our life is going to be completely blissful, permanently blissful. So, we just have to know about Krishna, that's it. We are trying to know about other personalities in this material world. That's what all the media, magazines, everything, they focus on the celebrities, the so-called celebrities and their personal life, and something happens in their life, then it becomes a news, and then people will try to go and find out more about it and things like that. And that, what is the use of all this nonsense knowledge is going to help us? If we know about Krishna, if we spend the time to understand about Krishna, our Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, who is our superhero, he did wonderful leelas, pastimes. If we just know about that, that's what our time should be spent, well spent. This human life should be well spent only about knowing about Krishna only. All other knowledge are useless knowledge. They are junk knowledge. Just knowing about somebody's life, like players or actors or or some politicians, or this and that in this world, that knowledge is not going to be helpful at all. We have to know about our Krishna's wonderful appearance, divine appearance, Krishna's wonderful activities. So what did Krishna do? So that's what we need to understand. And that brings us so much happiness also to learn more and more about Krishna every day. Well, what did Krishna do? What are all the activities he did, and the knowledge he gave, this Bhagavad Gita, and understanding this Bhagavad Gita and everything. If we know more about Krishna, then we are really getting knowledge. So that means we are developing that love only on Krishna only, not on anyone else. We should not be a fan of anyone else in this world. We should be only a fan of Krishna, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So if we take that way, if we make use of this human body, this life, only for that purpose, which is a very, very easy to achieve, easy purpose, easy process. Remembering Krishna is very easy and achieving Krishna is very easy. But both Krishna and Arjuna discussed that controlling mind is very difficult. The problem is mind is attached to material sense objects. We need to, in order to remember Krishna all the time, we need to have faith on him. We need to get this knowledge. We need to set our priorities right in our life. This should be our only goal, nothing else. There should not be anything else in between. It is not possible to satisfy both material and spiritual desires at the same time. But by satisfying all our spiritual desires, our material desires are completely satisfied. Our material needs are completely fulfilled. But by trying to satisfy our material desires, we are not going to fulfill our material needs, and also we will not be able to achieve anything spiritually speaking also. So that is a secret. That is the topmost secret of Bhagavad Gita, is just remember Krishna, you will get everything else. That is a secret. People need in this way a lot of things. They are attached to too many things. And they don't know the secret. They are working very hard. So they are wasting their life. So they are working very hard like asses. So just going after the dangling carrot. So like that, here in this material world, for small material benefits, we are working so hard. But we need to realize the secret. We need to understand the secret that simply by pleasing Krishna, we will get even much more than what we need. Because Krishna himself will become our servant. We are trying to earn a lot of money and we need a lot of servants to help us, and we try to appoint people to help us. But what if Krishna himself is our driver? Like Krishna is driving Arjuna's chariot, like Krishna will drive our car also. Wherever we want to go, Krishna will take us. Whatever needs to be done for us, materially speaking, Krishna will take care of us. Krishna will do that. In that way, we don't have to really even worry about getting ourselves old or helpless or loneliness, nothing. Because Krishna is always at our doorstep to serve. Krishna is always waiting to serve for us. That secret we need to know. That knowledge we need to get from Bhagavad Gita. So with love, we can order Krishna to do all these activities. So that is the secret this Bhagavad Gita is teaching us. Krishna is telling us very clearly that you just think of me only. You don't think about anything else. Remaining things I will take care. So only by studying this Bhagavad Gita repeatedly again and again, we are able to understand this topmost secret. where Krishna is teaching us that you just know about me, develop love towards me, and understand that nothing binds me. Nachamantani karmani nibandhanti dhananjaya. That's what Krishna is teaching us. So none of my activities are going to bind me. Udasina vadasino asaktam tesu karmasu. Because Krishna is not attached to any activities. So that way, let Krishna plan our life. Let us not plan ourselves and struggle and suffer in this material world. Let Krishna decide what is good for us. That's what is very important. So that way, we don't have to waste any time thinking about our future. We can simply focus all our energy, time, and life, everything only to remember Krishna, to serve Krishna, to please Krishna. That's what we should. Because the knowledge what we have is coming only from Krishna. The intelligence what we have is coming only from Krishna. Whatever we remember, it also comes from Krishna only, and whatever we forget, that also comes from Krishna only. So that knowledge we need to have. We should have the knowledge that the knowledge comes from Krishna. That knowledge we should have. That knowledge, that the knowledge comes from Krishna, that knowledge we can get only by having faith on this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Even though it comes from Krishna, even though Krishna wants to give this knowledge equally to everyone, but only those who have faith on Krishna only can get this knowledge. That's why Shraddhavan Labate Jnanam. Only a person who has a faith can get this knowledge. Only a person who is a friend to Krishna, who is a devotee of Krishna, can get this knowledge. Bhakto si me saka cheti rakasyam ki etad uttamam. That's what Krishna is teaching. So we have to be a friend of Krishna. So we are all Krishna's devotees, we are all Krishna's friends. So we are gaining this knowledge, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, this king of knowledge, and we are understanding everything very clearly. For example, we finished in the last class about the 13th chapter, like Prakriti, Purusha, Kshetra, Kshetrajna, Jnana, Nyeya, everything we understand very clearly. Even in the 7th chapter, when Krishna finishes with the 7th chapter, that Adibhuta, Adideva, Adiyajnam, Brahma, Te Brahma, Tadviduhu Krishnam, Adhyatma, Karma, all such things. Arjuna asked, what are they? And Krishna gave. Krishna explained everything. We got the knowledge. We got the complete knowledge about how to go to Goloka, how to go to Krishna's well. That's it. We just have to gain that devotional strength. That's what is very important. So we need to become very, very strong in our devotion to Krishna. So that's what will give us devotional strength. That is bhakti, yoga balam. So yoga balam we will get only by bhaktya yukto. Only by engaging ourselves in devotional service, then only we are going to get that yoga balam. So that means how much we are devoted to Krishna in everyday's life and how much we dedicate our life to Krishna. So to that extent, we are going to gain that yoga balam, that strength. And to that extent, our mind is going to become our best friend. Our mind is going to focus only on Krishna. It's not going to go anywhere else. So that is going to be possible only simply by focusing our mind on Krishna all the time. So then our mind is going to become our best friend, very best friend. It is not going to be disturbed at all. It's not going to think about anything else in this material world. No need to worry about anything in this material world because we have to leave everything to Krishna. That is Krishna's department. Let Krishna worry about our future. We should only focus on Krishna. Because this is a material world, our body is a material body, and our life is temporary, and everything is going to come to an end. That is a fact. We are, every one of us, are getting old. If someone thinks that I'm so young and energetic, that's not going to be the same in the future. This body is designed to deteriorate. That is the main thing we need to understand. And we should not be thinking that with our modern science and technology and all such things, we can find a solution for this. Because one thing we need to understand, that the resource in this world is very limited. Even now, to lead a very peaceful life, we are struggling very hard. When we are fighting for resource like water and clean air. So these things which are available freely in nature is now becoming more scarce. It's very difficult. Sometimes it's raining so much and it's full of water, and sometimes there is no water at all. And even though if it rains full of water, it's flooding everywhere, but still we have to go and drink that bottled water and purify that water. That is our situation. So that way, this life in this material world is everyone's life is going to come to an end. But our connection with Krishna, our relationship with Krishna is never going to come to an end. It is always there. Krishna was there with us in the last, every lifetime. Krishna is there with us now. Krishna is going to be there with us in future also. Krishna is there with us all the time, but we have to be there with Krishna in Goloka. That's what is very important. It's no point in struggling and suffering in this material world, even though Lord Sri Krishna is there with us, but we are in this Dukkalayam. That's the problem. So we should be in this Sukhalayam. We should go to Goloka. So that should be our goal. The goal of our life is to be with Krishna all the time in Goloka and enjoy and use this life only for that reason, not for any other purpose. So how can we ensure we are doing that? Simply by focusing on this Bhagavad Gita, each and every verse what Krishna is teaching in this Bhagavad Gita, understanding that and following it. Each and every instruction we should follow. So that's what is very important. We should follow each and every instruction Krishna gives in this Bhagavad Gita. And it's very easy to follow. Krishna is not at all giving very challenging tasks. Service to Krishna is actually very, very easy thing to do. Pleasing Krishna is actually very, very easy thing to do. In this material world, if you want to please someone else, it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult. One day we may be able to please, next day that person will get upset for some other reason. And if you want to try to please that person next day, then we have to struggle even more hard to please that person. And then even if you please that person next day, then the third day that person will be demanding even more. But in Krishna's case, that's not the thing. We have to simply remember him. We have to simply follow his instructions in this Bhagavad Gita. So that means simply chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, simply prepare prasadam and offer prasadam to Krishna, and simply attend this Bhagavad Gita, study Bhagavad Gita every day and spread his message. So these are all the things when we do every day, Krishna is pleased. That's it. And we are also very pleased because we are also getting lot of enjoyment, lot of happiness. When we are connected with Krishna, when we are not thinking about anything in this material, if we forget all about material problems, so that's what brings the happiness. The real happiness is not coming by trying to achieve our material desires, but the real happiness is coming because we just forget our material desires, because we just ignore, we just ditch our material attachments. By that only we will get happiness, not by trying to satisfy whatever material desires we have. So we will not find happiness in that, but simply by being able to detach ourselves from all the material attachments. So that's where we will find happiness. That's what the real happiness comes. That's what is the real success. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 14 shlokas in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna is teaching us very clearly now how to achieve him. So what we studied, Krishna says in the 13th shloka, Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagasah Tasya kartaram api mam vidya kartaram avyayam chaturvarnya maya srishtam guna karma vibhagasam. So I created these 4 varnas based on the gunas, based on the activities which are performed by gunas, guna karma vibhagasam. Even though I created everything, understand that I am not the doer, I am the non-doer. Tasya kartaram api mam vidya kartaram api. Why? Because Krishna's activities are not binding him. Even for us, when us, in reality, we are not even doing anything. See, in Krishna's case, Krishna is saying that Tasya kartaram api mam. So here the real karta is Krishna only. Krishna only created these 4 varnas. Maya srishtam means created by me. And still Krishna is saying that nothing is going to, still I am not the doer. But in our case, really we are not the doer and we think that we are the doer. See, that's a big problem with us. In reality, we are not the doer at all. In reality, the 3 modes of material nature are doing this guna karma vibhagasya, everything is doing. But we think that we are the doer. So that's why Krishna is teaching us that you understand that nothing is going to bind me. So according to the 3 modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the 4 divisions of human society are created by me. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet the non-doer being unchangeable. So that's why in the next sloka, Krishna says that Namam karmani limpanti name karma pade spriha itimam yo bijanati karma bena sabadhyate. So my activities do not bind me, and nor do I go after the results of activities. Name karma pale spriha. The same thing Krishna said in the 3rd chapter also. So, name patasi kartavyam trishlokesu kinchana nanavaptam avaptavyam vartayevacha karmani. There is no activity is there for me in all these 3 worlds to do. Nor I have to obtain anything by doing any activity. So, same thing Krishna is teaching here that none of my activities are going to bind me and nor am I after the results of the activities. Anyone who just understands this, they are freed from the bondage to work. Karma bin nasabadhyate. There is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in the fruitive reactions of work. In the next sloka, Krishna is teaching that many persons in the past, following this particular instruction, they have actually liberated from this material world. So you also do that way. That's what Krishna is teaching. So, yevam yatva kritam karma purvairapi mumukshubhihi kuru karmaiva tasmat tvam purvaihi purvataram kritam. Yevam yatva, by knowing this, performing their activities, kritam karma. So, by knowing what? By knowing that none of Krishna's activities are going to bind him. That Krishna is not after the results of activities. Just by knowing this. Evam yatva kritam karma. So by doing their activities, by knowing this, in the past many have achieved liberation. Purvairapi mumukshubhi. You also do like them. Kuru karmaiva. You also perform your activity. Purvaihi purvataram kritam. Like persons, the devotees in the past, how they did, you also just do like that. Tasmatvam. Therefore you. Tasmatvam kuru karmaiva. Perform your duty. Therefore you perform your duty. Simply how others perform their duties and achieve liberation in the past. That's what Krishna is teaching us. For us, our job is very simple. Very, very simple. Extremely simple. Just follow this Bhagavad Gita. Follow each and every instruction Krishna is giving in this Bhagavad Gita. That's what we are doing. That's why we are able to continuously study Bhagavad Gita and understand. So all the liberated souls in ancient times acted with this understanding of my transcendental nature. Therefore, you should perform your duty following in their footsteps. By Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the 15th sloka in the 4th chapter. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvises Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Ram 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Hare Rama Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Nityanamini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Tulasi Vilasa Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna to all the devotees. I kindly request the devotees to use the Zoom raise hand feature to ask your questions to Guruji. Shashi Kopar Mataji, Surya Krishna Prabhu, Hema Mataji and Subir Mishra Prabhu says, thank you very much Guruji for the wonderful guidance. And Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram, Hare Krishna.
Guruji, I don't see any raised hand feature so far. So thank you Guruji for today's class. Hare Krishna.
Thank you Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Brinda Jai Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class. I just thought I should talk because I have this Tuesday today. So
yes, Mataji, I know.
And, yes. So Guruji, it was very nice takeaway that Krishna, in spite of doing everything, is not the doer and still not binding. And we are binded by all our actions.
Yes, Mataji. Because if we just know that Krishna's activity, see one thing Krishna taught us in the 4th chapter, that if you just know my transcendental appearance and activities, so then by giving up this body, you will not come back again. So there is one thing. And second thing is that by knowing that Krishna's activities are not binding him, so then we will not come back here. So both are very much related. So one thing is that we need to know about Krishna's transcendental appearance and activities. And second thing is we need to know that all such his transcendental activities, none of his activities are going to bind him. So many times people ask question that how can Krishna do like this? Krishna cheated Karna, Krishna cheated this and that and all. That is, those arguments are all not good arguments. So we need to understand that whatever Krishna did was right only. Nothing is going to bind Krishna. That we need to understand. So if we know that, so then only we will be freed from all the bondage. Yes, Mother.
Yes, Guruji. But our activities are binding us in spite of we not being the doers. Actually, the material nature is doing the activities.
Yes.
But we are getting bound because
we think that we are the doer.
Yes. So this is an illusion which is created by our own mind.
That is correct. It's because of our attachment to the sense objects. That is the problem.
Yes.
Attachment to the results.
So the only way to rise above this is by transcending our mind to the real attachment of
Yes,
Krishna.
always connecting with Krishna. That's what is very important. By fully focusing our mind on Krishna, we will be free.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Chitrita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Thank
Hare
you
Krishna,
very much for
Mataji.
your
Hare
class.
Krishna.
Wonderful class. And like Vidya Mataji just said, that's a wonderful thing. Guruji, one thing I just wanted to know that in today's world, Guruji, when we are struggling so much, where is the attachment, Guruji? I mean, actually speaking, when I look around, nobody seems to be attached to anything, Guruji, excepting just making two ends meet and living. That so how can I convince myself rather that people are attached? Nobody seems to be attached, Guruji.
Everyone is attached only, Mataji, because, okay, if we can put your question in another way.
Mm-hmm.
See, like whatever we discussed in the last class,
Mm-hmm.
the reason for all our problems is because of ignorance, because of lack of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So since we are not attached, see, everybody is having desires only. Attachment means whether we are having the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita or not makes the difference. Whether we are attached to Krishna or not, that makes the difference. For mind, our idle mind is the devil's workshop. So mind cannot be idle. Mind has to focus on something. That you agree, correct, Mataji? Mind has to focus on something. So now, if the mind is not focusing on Krishna, it's going to focus on the material, worldly things. So people are working for the ends to meet. That itself is foolish. That is the main thing. That's what Krishna is saying, that it's stupid things people are doing because they don't have the knowledge, because they can just, everything ends with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So, sarvam karma akilam parte jnani parisamapyate. So, you should approach Krishna. So, if you go to Krishna, then Krishna is fulfilling all our needs, satisfying all our needs. So, just because of not having that knowledge, so people are just trying to solve their problems themselves. So, that's where the problem comes. So, that is basically everyone is having attachment only. We cannot say that they don't have attachments. If you ask someone, what is your goal? They will say something. They want to achieve, even to meet their ends, or even to their daily needs. See, main problem we need to understand that now so many of our daily needs are being forced upon us, and it's unnecessarily increasing, and we are all struggling hard in this well. So that is the fact, correct? In reality, as a society, everyone is struggling. So that is the problem. So all these problems because of the ignorance.
So, Guruji, where I have seen from slums and little, kind of hovels, there is Krishna. I've seen in, kind of people who are rich, even there's Krishna. So, what is wrong in our approach from the slum area to these kind of so-called, the elite or the rich that they say? Which is the wrong? Why are we not reaching to him, Guruji? For a poor man, living in a hovel or in a slum area, he just cannot seem to be, he's only dependent. I pray to Krishna. Krishna will look after me. My Bal Gopal will look after me. They will come with pictures. They will kind of sit and stroke the picture. I've heard this from my daughter also when she comes to back. Every house has got Krishna's picture. Then why are they not are they not dedicating themselves properly? Is their mind kind of confused in what they are wanting and what they are actually doing? They're not.
See, that's what we are studying always in our Bhagavad Gita lecture. That knowledge is the key. This Bhagavad Gita knowledge is the key. People will worship God, Krishna. So they will get the knowledge. Definitely, if they are believing in Krishna, then definitely they are not going to struggle. There is no doubt about it. We ourselves are experiencing in our life. So what we have to do is that we have to give them the knowledge. We need to give them the opportunities to practice Krishna consciousness. So that's what our goal is. That's why we have got tremendous opportunity to please Krishna. So we have to go and identify them and give them the opportunities, and definitely their life will be improved a lot. So there is a lot of scope for us to serve Krishna. That's how we need to see these things, Mataji.
One only positive thing is that Guruji, they will always say that, see, karma yoga is equally important. They'll say karma yoga is equally important and God will look after us. Krishna will look after us. That is a very positive feedback, Guruji, which I think that they talk about.
See, what is needed is that what Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita, that one who has the full knowledge should engage them in the right direction. That is the main thing. That is missing. So we need, see, this is a material world where people are after, money, after a lot of things, this atmosphere is not conducive for spiritual growth, correct? In general, especially in the last 2 decades, it has become even much worse, correct? So we have to somehow promote that environment. So for that only, there is so much job waiting for us to please Krishna. That's the main thing we need to do. We have to identify a lot of devotees and come together, work together to uplift all these devotees.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Yeah. Thank you for spending your valuable time on me, Guruji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Indira Mataji, Hare Krishna. Anita Mataji, Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Wonderful lecture, sir. Beautiful. I heard your Bangalore lecture. I've seen your energy and glow on the face the entire day.
Really. Yes, Prabhu, that was a very long lecture.
It was very wonderful experience. Last time we could not hear, but this time the arrangement was very good. And I have seen you. I think in Bangalore you were in full form, and having with full energy, glowing face. Entire day you have taken the.
Yes, Prabhu. It was morning 10 o'clock to evening 5 o'clock in between some lunch breaks.
It was Krishna's mercy that we could participate, see you listening in India. That is important. And Sunday also you were a little tired, and after getting down in America, you immediately.
Yes, Prabhu. Last 2 lectures were better.
You are tired, but you have energy to bless us with your teachings. Really wonderful experience, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji, for your wonderful classes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. R.K. Goyal, Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Very much for this wonderful class. We are enjoying it, and things are very, very clearly being understood now. Today, I have learned a new term in your lecture. You have used the word Yog Bala. So this Yog Bala, actually, people are not aware, but this is a very powerful force, actually. We can achieve anything by this Yog Bala. And this Yog Bala comes when we try to attract the mercy of Krishna. And that is by repeatedly thinking about him, chanting his holy name and all that. So when we see this in context with the chapter 13, Kshetragya Yoga, we are having very limited knowledge only about our body. We are Kshetragya of our own body. And he is Kshetragya in all the living entities. He knows each and everybody. He knows what is going on in the minds of different entities. And when we connect to him, he gives us the insight to know what is going all around us, whether it is good for us or whether it is bad for us. And then automatically the Maya, because it is all ignorance when Maya takes over, when we get this knowledge, then the Maya becomes very beneficial, very, you can say it is not malicious, it is not moho, it is rather the kripa, it is the mercy. Then the Maya gives us the mercy instead of the moho. So it is very difficult to understand Maya, and Krishna has tried to explain it in chapter 13. And unfortunately, we remain ignorant even after reading it repeatedly. It's only with the mercy of Krishna we get the Guru like you, Sadguru like you, and we can get a little bit of insight into this field of Maya. So Guruji, we are very grateful to you, learning this very comprehensive knowledge in a very simple way. And we are really in a bliss. Thank you very much, Guruji. So grateful to you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Shashireka Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
How are you feeling, Guruji? Are you feeling better now?
I'm better, Mataji. I'm better, but only this jet lag. Because of that, I'm still evening sleeping, and so that has to end. So it may take few more days. That's the problem.
Yeah. So your body clock has not still got adjusted
Yeah,
to
that
the
will
new
take
time
some
zone.
time. Yes,
Yeah.
man. Especially short trip when you go and come back. Yeah, if I didn't sleep in the evening, I won't be able to give lecture now. So so that's why I just go at least for 3-4 hours. Yes, ma'am. That has to end.
Yeah, Guruji, I understand. But very nice to know that you're getting back to, you know, and your throat also seems much better today.
At least throat, I'm able to speak well. Yes, mother. That's amazing.
Yeah, Guruji. That's Krishna's mercy. Really.
Krishna's mercy.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for a wonderful class, Guruji. As usual, it's your effort. You're keeping us in Krishna consciousness. You are reiterating all the concepts, all the entire learnings from the Bhagavad Gita each day, so that we can continue to be in Krishna consciousness. We can keep thinking of him and try and implement, you know, every learning. So that we can live better lives, and we can be only dedicated to him, not do anything else. That is our final goal. Just be, you know, dedicated to him all the time. So to be able to think of him in everything, to be able to think of him in every activity, you know, and be aware of that all the time. That is, thank you. Extremely, extremely indebted and grateful to you, Guruji, for keeping us in this Krishna consciousness all the time.
Because we are studying this Bhagavad Gita every day. All Krishna's instructions we are by hearting. Krishna's mercy. We don't have to refer to Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, Guruji. Because you know that, see, they say, you know, that neural pathways are created only after you repeatedly think of something, you know. So then once the neural pathway is created, then you go back to that thought process also. So, you know, then it is definitely, it's etched in your memory, as they say. So there is a scientific background to it, that the neural pathway is created. So that's what is happening. Scientifically, that's what is happening to all of us. And wonderful experience. Thank you so much, Guruji. Thank you. Extremely indebted to you. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you for the wonderful class, and thank you for your commitment to us and Krishna, and you know, keeping us in Krishna consciousness, despite all these challenges. But I'm sure you'll overcome them very soon.
Yes.
So Krishna will help you.
4 days I will be able to come on this.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you for the class.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Asha Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for wonderful class.
Thank you,
By Bhagavad Gita and knowledge and association, we can organize our life peacefully.
That is correct, Mataji. Krishna, we are very, very fortunate that we are able to remember Krishna every day by studying this Bhagavad Gita. We are all able to be in Krishna consciousness at this time, Mataji. That's the main thing.
Daily learning is very important.
Very, very important. Yes, Mataji. It keeps us in Krishna consciousness.
Yes, Guruji. It's all because of you, Guruji.
Krishna's mercy. Yes, Mataji.
You are the inspiration for us. Thank you so much, Guruji. We are very grateful to you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Chandrakanta Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Just I was thinking, Guruji, today's class, even though we know that Krishna is doing everything, we are not doing anything. some days I'll understand that very well. Some days I'll go back to myself. That way I'm feeling, Guruji. This needs some sadhana or something like that, Guruji. Because it's understanding level will understand. Experiential level, it is fluctuating. That's what I felt for myself, Guruji.
I'm sure you must have seen a big difference, at least during the days you were with the devotees satsang, correct, Mataji? You were
yes, Guruji. Yes, Guruji.
So we have to make sure our life is always like that way only. Always occupied in Krishna's service. That Krishna will make sure, Mataji. We don't have to worry. Since we have so much faith on Krishna, Krishna will create a lot of opportunities. So we need to plan to serve Krishna more and more. So then if we are engaged only in Krishna's service, then this kind of deviation will not happen, Mataji.
These fluctuations are due to our karma, Guruji?
No. These fluctuations, because it's all happening for so many lifetimes, correct? Suddenly, in a single lifetime, we cannot completely get out of all these anarthas. So it's taking some time, Mataji, but over a period of time, definitely it will go away when we start engaging in Krishna's service all the time. So that way I think whatever we have done until now is only a little bit service only. So we have to do much more service. So when we keep ourselves engaged in Krishna's service, so then we will not have any time to fluctuate like this, Mataji. That's the thing.
Yes, Guruji. During the service also will be fluctuating actually. Sometimes, not always.
Yeah.
Fluctuation is because of our previous karma or something like that, I was thinking, Guruji.
No. These fluctuations because of our previous vasana, our attachments. It's only not because Krishna, over a period, that's why this controlling mind is very difficult. We need to, very important, we need to focus on Krishna all the time. So that is possible by engaging in Krishna's service every day. See, we know all of our goals. Our goal is to identify more devotees, correct, Mataji? That's
in spite of knowing why this fluctuation, that's what I was thinking, Guruji.
Because we are influenced by so many other environments, so many other people also, correct? See, if everybody is Krishna conscious, then there is no problem. But we are living in the material world where mostly, as we know, that 999 out of 1,000 are going after material goals. So when you are interacting with them, so that is a problem.
Okay, understood, Guruji. Yes, Guruji. Consciously, everywhere I have to make a very conscious effort. Then only
we have to make sure we are engaged in Krishna's service. That's the main.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji, for keeping us in Krishna consciousness, for giving us this opportunity to be in Krishna consciousness. Thank you very much, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna to everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you for the wonderful class, and thank you for all the good and correct explanations that you're giving now, Guruji.
Yes,
to the question now that Chandrakanta Mataji asked. So we are influenced by the vasanas from our previous janmas, which is pulling us in other directions. Although we want to go in Krishna direction, we are automatically getting pulled sometimes in other directions.
Yes.
And this Navaratri, we worship Durga, Lakshmi, and Saraswati now, Guruji. So what do we ask, or what is the worship for, and what do we get from this worship? See, all these years I have been doing in a certain way, but this year I'd like to know in what way it can be different.
Worship Krishna only. That is the main thing.
Only worship Krishna. Okay.
Yeah, because when we worship Krishna, Durga Devi is very, very happy only. Because that's what her goal also is, to make us devotees of Krishna. So it is Krishna's energy only, Krishna's external energy only. So that way, we need to actually 24/7 focus our mind only on Krishna, then all other gods, all other different functions like Vinayagar Chaturthi, like Ganesh Chaturthi, or any other like Shiva's, any other days comes, that they also worship Krishna only. So that way, they are all very happy as well. Because for us, since we are engaged in Krishna's service 24/7, we really don't have time to worship in different ways.
Correct, correct.
Whatever we are doing in the past without having the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, that will change automatically when we have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita as well.
Okay, Guruji. And as you told, the Raja Vidya, if we are just aware that Krishna is the supreme God, that itself is enough to take us to Goloka, you're saying, right?
Yes.
According to just the knowledge that he's, transcendentally, he's the supreme Godhead. So, does it mean that once we know that, it automatically reduces our attachment to other things, and that is what will take us to him?
That is correct, Mother. That's what that once we realize that, we are getting so much of happiness, correct? For example, now it has become so routine that every day, this time, this Bhagavad Gita, we are joining, we are studying. It has become our slowly. This has become our integral part of life, correct? Without Bhagavad Gita, this class lecture, our life is not like normal life, correct? So this is our new normal. They say the new normal, correct? And this is not only going to be new normal. It is going to be a permanent. There won't be any more new normal. Something like that.
Okay.
So yes, Mother. So when we are connected with Krishna like that, so then automatically all such changes will happen. All such changes will it's already happening. It's going to slowly mature, and we will be we will have to. Our goal is to identify the devotees. That is the main thing, Mother. That's the part we need to now focus. That's the very important.
Okay. And also when we are in this consciousness, all our previous vasanas, will they all go away, Guruji?
It's completely, it will go away, Mataji. When we are engaged in Krishna's this Bhagavad Gita only, and whatever we are trying to do now, so everything, because our mind is focused on Krishna only, correct? All the time, whatever we do it only. Anything we think, we only think that how it will please Krishna. That is the main question. Any other activities, we are ditching ourselves. Automatically, it will happen. You must have already experienced. Every one of us will be already experiencing that many of the things in the past which we were very much after that, now we may be forgetting them. We may not be even remembering them. So such things will happen because we are developing so much attachment to Krishna. So that's why param drishva nivartate. When you experience the higher taste, the lower taste will automatically go away. So yes, Mother, it will happen.
Got it, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for keeping us in Krishna consciousness every day. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Vishnuvardhana Rao Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare. A difference between Vasana and Karma, Guruji.
What, Prabhu? What did you say, Prabhu? Vasana?
Difference between Vasana and Karma.
Vasana and?
Karma.
Oh, karma. Yeah, karma is karma bandha. What you may call it as karma bandha. So that is because of our like swabhava. So because of our previous actions. So our actions are creating karma bandha, and because of such experience in the past, we have natural tendency to go after such results. So that's what you call it as vasana. So that is because something you like it in the past based upon your enjoyment, material sense enjoyment. So our mind is still thinking about that. So because of that, we are creating more karma bandha by acting that way. So both are very much related only, Prabhu. So that way, we have to now experience the higher taste. So that is studying Bhagavad Gita, serving Krishna. When we develop this vasana, so then our bandha and Krishna will increase. So then we will not be going after material, worldly things.
Okay, Namaste, Guruji. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Thank you, Guruji. Namaste, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Namaste, Prabhu. Thank you. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sastang Pranam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
आपका आशीर्वाद मेरे पर बना रहे. Thank you, Guruji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Ram Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare
I missed
Krishna.
the initial class, but I joined on time during
Yes,
your
Guruji.
chanting, Guruji.
Chanting.
That's the Krishna's pull. So even though
So you are in Singapore now, Prabhu, or you are still in India?
No, Guruji, I am in India. Yeah, I have 2 weeks of holiday, and
Okay.
a lot of pull. My friends are also saying to continue, don't go back, because initially when I left to Singapore, the agreement was 2 years. I told them, let me go and enjoy and come back, and we should continue. So here, all my friends and all, they are saying it's almost 50. What are you there? And even my parents also, they wanted me to stay back. That's something, Guruji. I've established myself in Singapore. All the things are over there, and my wife and son also, they enjoy Singapore. So that's where, Guruji. So every time I come here, if I stay a little more than a week, I don't feel like going back. That's happening. So my ticket is on Thursday. I had to go and postpone it. And then still I'm debating. 5th is my son's birthday. I have to be there. Then I want to come back and stay here until December, because my mother is here. She find quite happy here in Srirangam and Trichy and all. And I'm also enjoying, like Chandrakanta Mataji and Sumati Mataji, they were talking about previous Vasana. And even the present Vasana is drifting me away, Guruji. The more I stay, I'm slowly deviating. I don't feel like attending your classes, because more the people keep calling, the engagements are overpouring. So I can see the difference, Guruji. Because when you're comfortable, food is on the plate, everything comes. We don't remember Krishna. That is happening to me. I don't know about others, Guruji. When things are comfortable, everything is on your way, and it's always binary, Guruji. Either I'm very happy extremely, or I'm very low. That happens. Then after started attending your classes, you really brought me into that elevated state, but neither happy nor sad. That's ekanta, the blissful state, which people always say I have experienced only in your class. I visited all the temples and Divya Desham, all these places and all, Guruji. But wherever people are materialistic, you go there, they are behind you for money. You're 100% correct, Guruji. The only, like Mataji, Smati Mataji asking the Navaratri, that was one of the blissful, enjoyable period in my life. Because my wife prepares for 1 year, and the whole 10 days at home, fun only, Guruji. Singing, all these things, and cooking, eating very nice foods, every evening dumpling and all. Then again, it depletes, Guruji. After that, there is a huge vacuum. Once you enjoy, then I don't know what to do. Like your air condition, they compress the air and release to you to cool. So there is a high compression, then they release you. The cycle is being going on and on. So the only way to escape from the cycle is to attend your class, Guruji. That's the only way, and recite. And in the speech also you gave very precisely, we have to focus only on Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So I spoke to my Reverend brother, though he's a Catholic, he is also appreciating. So I did mention, I don't have to worry, and I just need to focus only on this. That naturally puts you in place, Guruji. That is what I'm finding it very easy, convenient, and you're also not a ritualistic person, right? You're not a sadhu, and you're not like an alvar. You did all these things. At times I even feel that these alvars also, they were extreme, they went on extreme. So we should not be that extreme, Guruji, and we have to be moderate. And this is a easy path, and it's easily available through you. That's one thing. I visited ISKCON Srirangam here yesterday, and they are just beginners. They are taking baby steps, and they don't know the local culture here, and infra wise and all, right? They have a lot to do. Then I said, I will connect you with the right authorities, and they have to come up. And one person from Mayapur is there. Communication is a problem. They were not fluent, and they are not locals here. That is another problem. And they don't engage any local. But they are very staunch. Their faith is there, because the confidence is there, because they believe in Krishna. That's what real Krishna Bhakti, right? They don't know anybody, but they believe in Krishna, and Krishna will take them into the right direction. That is what required, Guruji, because the I is killed within them. They believe only in Krishna. And I'm going again this evening, Guruji. I'll associate myself with the local ISKCON over here. I mentioned about you. And I spoke to some of the people in Mayapur from there. Ajitananda ji, who's residing in Mayapur, is a student. And the plan is, Guruji, by December, we will get a chair here in St. Joseph's. So your next trip, we shall plan soon, somewhere in the summer, March or something. So we continue the series and you go deep dive into it in one topic. And that could be the lecture series, Guruji. Let me work with the team here. And probably you can also think, Guruji, you can give some kind of a syllabus what you are going to coach, and rather than going one verse per day, Guruji, because the students, they may need a topic, a hot topic, Guruji, like I would say, who am I? That was a movie played by Jackie Chan as well, correct? So that alone, who am I alone, you can take for 3 months, Guruji, if I'm not wrong. And you can ask, and you let them ask more questions, like how our if people are shy to ask, someone can play the role to ask question, and you can answer, Guruji. That's what I'm thinking, Guruji. All is well, everything is going well, Guruji. I'll be staying here for till October, Guruji, first week of October. I'll keep you posted. And
Okay.
books are quite cheap here, Guruji. Bhagavad Gita books cost only 250 rupees. In contrast, in Singapore, they are selling $25. So I wrote to my team as well. Get a right source, and we need to proliferate. If required, we have to give free books to schools and colleges. We have to distribute. And so that's I'm working on, Guruji. Dada Mataji is calling while I'm in your call. So let me speak to that Singapore team as well. And I'll connect them with the Srirangam ISKCON group. And we will identify uniquely. We take ISKCON materials, but we follow your teachings, Guruji. That's what, because the ISKCON over here is in a cramped setup. Students may not like it, is not appealing. So we have to go through our cities. That's what you have been doing all along. You're going to engineering colleges and taking lessons. That is our segment. We have to identify Krishna devotees in engineering colleges alone, not even arts colleges, because people who study engineering, they can slice and dice. They understand. They argue. They give constructive criticism. So they're engineers. So it's good, Guruji, and you're also very scientific. You teach things in a scientific manner. So hopefully we can get a breakthrough, Guruji. And all you need is you have to set a timeline to return to Srirangam, Guruji. That's what going on my mind, because it's always they call X+1 syndrome. Okay, the Reverend brother, he connect me with another rector, they call, and I have to go to bishop to get this permission. And he's in Jerusalem now. He went there to Holy Land. So that's where I'm pending at the time. They always quote me. You said you will return in 2 years and doing your father's footstep, doing social service and helping others. But you settled down conveniently as a, you even renounced the Indian citizenship and setting it. And how can we trust you? You come back and do these things. Then I admitted, yes, that is my stupid mistake. Okay, I am also under the influence of Maya and material energy. My wife is also Maya. You're right. I'm not on my own, but I'm just trying my level best. But there are credible people better than me. So you can trust my Guruji, you can trust other people. But in the project management world, they want tangible things, Guruji. We should have a timeline. Okay, there is always a start time and end time. So I have to tell him, oh, I will be here on this day onwards. Then I relinquished all my links over there. I will be dedicated over here. All my time will be here. This is my time. I will take over a position here. I will host the chair, and I have the X amount of dollars for you to host the program series, all these things. So this will be carefully reviewed diligently, Guruji. I cannot go and tell Krishna will take care, you give me a seat first. So they have a protocol to follow. And how long we will sponsor, and what we transform, that is what people are interested. They are not interested in listening only the Bhagavad Gita lectures, how much we contribute to the society, how many students we uplift, we make them study. That is what some tangible things also we need to do, Guruji. So I'm working on, that's why that is drifting away. But as you rightly said, one thing is always within me, the Maha Mantra. And the moment I take Krishna out, I'm not there. Whatever I'm doing is absolute junk. That's what I've been doing all along. Now at least you made me worth for something. My father-in-law accepted me as a better son-in-law now. So
Yes.
so what does this require? My mother accepted me and he is proud. And my father, when he passed away, he was very happy because I recited Vishnu Sahasranamam every night. And my father's Guruji is very happy about me. That's all, Guruji. These things I can't get through money. Like Radhanath Swamiji said, I started preparing a list. I'm very blessed. I have many things I have attained which I cannot buy from money. So I'm the richest person in the world now, Guruji. Hare Krishna to all. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Palniyappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Today's class is really very interesting because Chitrita Mataji and Goyal Prabhu both were asking very nice questions, and the answers given by you is eye-openers. Answers given by you. That is the thing I felt today. Because many of us does not know that mainly mind is cannot get any rest. All the time it is working. That is the way it has been created by the God, by Krishna. So that means we have to keep that mind always in engagement. So that is a very interesting thing and not known to many of us. Even though, even after the second birth, third birth, or even after death, nobody knows about that. So we are just telling God, 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 but the real fact is not known. That is the problem with people. And I felt that at least at the age of 25 and above, really the person becomes a man. And at that time, he has to start listening to lectures like you and about Krishna's this thing, and at least the people should understand what is really God. So simply we say in our life, God, 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 it is because of God's grace, God's grace. But Bhagavad Gita gives the real meaning of God. That is my understanding after hearing you for so many days. So the very important thing is the mind. That mind, how it works, is not known to us at all. The simplest thing. It will never take rest. That is the creation of mind is not known to many people. That is the basic thing which is to be understood by all of us. So, thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Mani Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Sunil Shivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Dandavat Pranam Guruji.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Manoranjan Sahu Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Very wonderful. All the devotees and Ram Prabhu and all very nicely discussed about how we face different day-to-day life and how to overcome that. Only Lord Krishna will help us and take Golaka. And if you are more time not concentrate on material things, it is the way of life. But see that the Krishna consciousness, the Gita Jnanam, Bandhanath, how to get released from this bondage. Only for chanting Mahamantra and more time devote to Lord Krishna. Really, it is a great, we are proud. Those who are in this golden opportunity for us, it is not a common thing. It's a God's blessing by not saying this is not enough for us. It is really the knowledge, our purifying, cleansing every day purging all the contaminated and all these sufferings. We are released from this class when you are in the class, or it is like cleansing our sins, what you have done. Really, not only sins, but also having the transcendental knowledge. I open that Jnana Chakshusa. We can see everything. So like Sanjay got this Jnana Chakshusa, Dibya Jnana, Dibya Chakyu, like that, by Guru's mercy, by your mercy, you have bestowed upon us this Jnana Chakyu, the Dibya Chakyu. In your presence, we are really more, it is kind of baptism, a kind of release and a kind of purgation. So we are really lucky, fortunate, and others should also should not miss this class. Not only this class, it is a kind of thing should make avail the opportunity. Really wonderful session. I could not expect. I thought of regularly that why don't I start from the childhood? A child should be gained this knowledge from the childhood itself. Though some child are getting this knowledge. So school and colleges when it will be recommended for the students. Otherwise, whatever knowledge they get, that will be useless without this Gita knowledge. Really, Gita is very mandatory and compulsory for all human beings, whether it may be Christian or Muslim or whoever may be. It is not about any religion. It is about all the Sanatana Dharma. This is that it is a way of life. So one should adopt and propagate, profess this Gita Jnana. So life will be meaningful, worthwhile to follow the Guru. We are lucky. Despite all difficulties from your student career till now, we are totally dedicated. We have not even practiced one drop of yours, what you have done. So because of your mercy, we can do that, at least a drop. So life will be meaningful. So thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Sata naman, naman, naman.
Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Hare Krishna. Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.